Welcome to the Rotary Club of Hudson. My name is Evan McCauley, president of the club, and we are thrilled to have you joining us today. This meeting broadcast is available on HCTV as well as our Rotary of Hudson YouTube channel. Our club meets weekly at Laurel Lake for breakfast on Wednesday mornings from 7:15 to 8:30 a.m. Come out and join us for a meeting. We'd love to have you as a guest. To learn more about Rotary, our club, and the impact that we are having on the local community and world, please visit rotaryhudson.org. Enjoy the meeting today and be the inspiration.
Good morning, Rotarians, and welcome to the November 7th, 2018 regular meeting of the Rotary Club of Hudson. I am Tom Tobin. I am Substitute Sergeant of Arms today, and if I may, I would like to invite Jim Ahern up to provide the invocation.
Please bow your heads, pray for the system. We meet to serve our community, to use our resources wisely and well, to represent all members of our community fairly, to make decisions that promote the common good. We recognize our responsibility to the past, the present, and the future, and the rights and needs of both individuals and the community. As trusted servants, we seek blessings on our actions and our efforts here today and every day. May our personal faiths give us strength to act honestly and well in all matters before us. Amen.
Amen. Bear with us, guys. Hang on.
I'm going to turn up the mic.
Yeah. Okay. How to do it?
Yeah. No, I just going to turn it all the way down.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do it micless today. So I'll ask our speakers to speak up loud today. May I ask Ben Rexroad up to lead us in the pledge of the four-way test.
Good morning, Rotarians.
Good morning.
Join me in the pledge of the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the four-way test for the things we think, say, and do. First,
Is it the truth?
second,
Is it fair to all concerned?
third,
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
and fourth.
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
And may I have Chris Barker join us to lead us in our song for the day.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Rotarians and guests.
Good morning. Good morning.
We were going to sing God Bless America. Thought it would be a perfect song for today, but there's even a more fitting one. So our exchange student Leah is having a birthday on Friday, so I think we should just sing Happy Birthday to Leah. All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Leah. Happy birthday to you.
In case you're wondering who Leah is, you know, our French foreign exchange student. She's the one wearing the beret. I told her I appreciated her doing that to help us with our stereotypical concept of the French. So, and then finally, may I have Chris come back and tell us about our guests for today.
Hello again. So we do have some guests with us, but those that are not speaking, I would like if she could please stand up. We have our friend Pat Myers, and she's district governor nominee. So Pat, it's wonderful seeing you again.
And may I call Mr. President Evan McCauley up.
Thank you, Tom. Great job. So how's everyone doing this morning?
All right.
Woo! Well, that was, on this level right here, and I want to get to this level. So to celebrate Leah, we've got some cupcakes over there that we're going to be passing out. So we're going to get a little sugar rush in us this morning. We've got a packed schedule, so we're going to get right into it, and we're going to kick things off with Tom Page.
Yeah, it doesn't work anyway, right? Got it, James? Okay. This is this time of the year. Some of you should have gotten, in fact, I would have hoped all you had received paperless forms for the fall fundraiser. It starts today, goes through December 12th, and that's the go out and sell your roses, go out and sell caramel corn. We're going to deliver them on Wednesday the 19th. Some of you that buy big orders, I deliver them direct, meaning the caramel corn. And thank you. This is all for the kids at Hudson High School for scholarships. The last couple of years we've raised anywhere from $6,000 to $7,000, so it's a good deal. And that gives us at least 2 scholarships plus. Thank you, James. This is the key. You're going to get Uncle Tom, that's me. You're going to give me, that's a form for your orders. And with that, you're going to tell me how many dozen roses you want and how many cans of caramel corn, and then you give the money to me. Now, instead of taking a lot of time right now, look at the email and the handouts that you have. We were broken up into 5 teams. Mr. James Ahern, where's Jimmy? Back there. He's already gotten all the information to to the captains, and I know I've seen at least 3 of the captains send their info out to their teammates. So instead of answering questions right now, let's save that for next week, and then we're going to go to Fine Day, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Coach Silgan.
Hey Tom, can you send those out again?
I didn't get them.
Your captain didn't send, but I will send.
Whoa! Here it comes.
2 words, snowbird. Hold on 1 second, I forgot my glasses.
Old snowbird.
Snow God. Snow God. Celebrating.
All right, folks, so get those purses out, those wallets out. Today we're going to be raising money for the Rotary Foundation. This month is Foundation Month for Rotary International. So without further ado, your fine master.
If Chris could help us out on this side, Ron, could you help and collect money over there? Remember, hold those dollars high as you pay off. Tom Tobin had to leave early, but he did donate a nice crisp $10 bill that he borrowed from his dad. A couple of announcements. If you were looking at the hub, I think a couple issues away, on Sunday there's going to be a World War I recognition at the Boy Scout cabin, and it would be great to have a whole lot of people there. If you read the article, you saw that there were 81 members of the Hudson community that went to war during World War I. And it's tremendous representation, considering again that this was a little rural burg back in the day. But it should be a very nice ceremony, and looking forward to that on Sunday, the 11th at 11 o'clock. Sports report. Our girls field hockey team ended up second in the state, had a great year. Coach Jay Yard, where you at, Coach? Right there. Let's have a nice round of applause for him. He was removed because of his behavior from the state game, but nonetheless, they did an outstanding job throughout the season.
Good job, Jay.
Cross-country team, I believe, is in the state finals this weekend, both boys and girls, so wish them luck. Thank you to everybody that contributed. Our last Fine Day was for Jimmy's notebooks, and as far as I'm concerned, that was a record for us. It was $300 that we were able to raise for Fine Day to help pay for those notebooks for the students at McDowell. Each one gets a notebook and they keep a journal, and as many of you remember, that was Jimmy's tradition over many, many years. Today's hub, we have Mayor Basil at the ribbon cutting for the refurbished Howard Hanna. No pin. Where's Mayor Basil? Back there. Please pay $1.
Seriously, Dave? I had a pin, it wasn't a Rotary pin.
Whoa! Unbelievable. There he goes. Keep those dollars coming. Gail's not here, but if somebody could explain this to me, Chris gave it a shot. People at our table gave it a shot, but Royster Group in today's paper, it's her and her associate Lena, and they're both marked sold. So you take it for whatever that means, and we'll catch up with their totally baffling to me.
Human trafficking.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. All right. Other news in the community, we have once again a great picture of our council members, Bill Woldridge and Mr. Williams. Dr. Williams, I'm sorry. Dollar. Neither one of them had a pin at the meeting. Moving along, please give your $1 to Chris there. We have Rich Warfield in the competition again for the pro sports, pro football. And out of 10 contestants, he's now in 11th place for representation. Let's pay $1 there.
See what happens when I delegate? Sure, blame it on Bob Drew.
We have Sandy Rexroad represented in a nice article here. It says music culture merged with the Women's Club of Hudson. No mention of her husband, a Rotarian, and our treasurer, Ben. Pay $1 there, Ben. I thought you did better than that. Not to be outdone, it looks like the identical picture for Dr. Williams and Hal Desasor right here in another edition of the Hub. But not to be outdone, here's another picture of Dr. Williams and Hal Desasor. So if you would mind, would you take a picture, a different angle or something else, and get it in?
Was that your good side, Dan? That was my good side.
Explorer Legends, during the Stowe game, the team from 1988, the first Suburban League champ in 26 years, 23 guys showed up as a little 30-year reunion for that. And Ed Sogan's pictured here without a pin, so pay $1, Ed. Okay. I think that might be all the stuff in the news in regards to the fantastic Hudson Hub. But we also have some other observations as I walk around town and in the community. I pick up different things, but once again, Phil Tobin at St. Mary's Church. He gets there very early. His wife Joan helps out with the candles and that type of thing, and he sits there and plays video games with his phone. Pay $1. That's instead of, he has a rosary in one hand, but the phone's going like crazy in the other one. Ben and Sandy Rexroad, again, ran into them at Costco. And, again, they're Costco shoppers and that type of thing. Didn't have a pin on, did you? Neither did I. Okay, pay $1. And they were there. I watched them. I was there, shopping, filled up my cart. They walked around to every one of the food stations for an hour and a half, walked out, didn't buy a thing. So keep an eye on him. Bad Boys Table, over here.
They left.
One of their members, this is a story from last year, one of their members went to one of our local stores for a bottle of fine wine for Thanksgiving dinner. And got out, he rode his bike, as a matter of fact, and had a little basket in the front. And as he finished shopping, he put the bottle in the basket, and lo and behold, he thought to himself, if I fall, that bottle's going to drop out and it's going to break. So he proceeds to open it up and drink it. And lo and behold, didn't he fall on the way home? So it was a great move on his part. Everybody pay a buck over there at that table. Bad girls table, you're immune from this, birthday girl. One of our members was talking on the phone with her mother-in-law. And this particular member was really fired up. And she said to her mother-in-law, "Don't tell me how to raise my children. I'm living with one of yours, and he still needs a lot of improvement." Pay a buck over here. I don't know which one said it, but I overheard that today. Okay, we have our contest. From this side over, again, you get the right answer, they pay a buck. You miss it, you pay. Same thing over here. So get ready there, my helpers. Okay, these are, again, kind of Thanksgiving themes. Why did they let the turkey join the Hudson High School marching band? He brought his own drumsticks. Pay a buck over here. Everybody get the hands up. Hands up, please. Whew, man, I thought that was an easy one. Okay, here's a simple one here for this group. What sound does a turkey's phone make? Bam, wing, wing. Oh. These are home runs for you people. Come on. All right. One more time around. This one's an easy one. How many were math majors over here? This one should be simple. Okay, Andy. Well, it's because he took math courses so many times. Unfortunately, they were the same ones. Oh, speaking of that, Andy just finished the New York Marathon. Let's have a nice round of applause. Okay, pay a buck for showing off because nobody else ran the darn race. Okay. What do you get if you divide the circumference of a pumpkin by its diameter? I didn't major math.
Pumpkin pie.
PI. Right, you guys pay a buck over here. All right. Okay, last one, last question. This was another easy one on Thanksgiving all over America. Families sit down for Thanksgiving dinner at exactly the same moment. What is it? Dinner time, halftime. Okay, right over here. Somebody got over here, you're not supposed to bark it out. Okay, in the news, this is school news. A potato and sweet potato were playing on the playground. The sweet potato told the potato, "I just found out I'm related to you." "No, you're not." The sweet potato said back, "Yes, I am." Huh? Another good one. All right, Richard Nebbiolo, where are you at there, Rich? Rich always wanted a parrot. And last Christmas, his family got together, everybody kicked in, and they bought him a parrot. But the parrot wasn't raised in a family-friendly environment. It was mocking, insulting, and threatening. To Rich, his new owner. He got so mad that he wanted to teach that parrot a lesson. So he took him and placed him in the freezer. About three minutes later, he took him out, and the parrot said, "I take it by your attitude and behavior that somehow I have offended you." Rich said, "You did." The parrot said, "I apologize for my less than stellar behavior. But can I ask you a question? What did the turkey do?" Where's Doug McDowell? Okay, Doug spent some time a few weeks ago on a beach in Hilton Head. He found Aladdin's bottle, rubbed it, and a genie popped out. He was given 2 wishes. He asked for the best drink and the best woman ever. Poof, seconds later, he got mineral water and Mother Teresa. Sign at one of our local churches. The fact that there is a highway to hell and only a stairway to heaven says a lot about the anticipated traffic numbers. Where's Bill Benoit? Bill's back there. He sent 10 puns to friends with the hope that at least one of them would make his friends laugh. No pun intended. Bill, you gave me that joke. Pay $1 there. That was terrible. Holy cow. Rotary birthdays. November 1st, Sue Carter's not here, but that's her birthday. Donna Kastner on the 4th. Greg Box on the 20th. David Basil and Kelly Brennan both on the 22nd. Let's have a nice happy birthday. Again, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Spouse's birthday. Joan Tobin on the 5th. Just had a birthday. Is that right, Phil?
Yes.
There we go. And Doris Barnhouse on the 20th, correct? Right? Okay. Rotary anniversaries. This is a great month for Rotarians. Jim Hackney, 17 years. Andy Morris, 29 years.
And he's here.
He's made 20, wait a minute, he's made 29 meetings in those 29 years. Tom Page, 11 years. Den Rich, 22 years. Gail Royster, 26 years. Larry Santon, 10 years. Ron Strobel, 20 years. Rich Warfield, 13 years. Matt LaFountain, 3 years. Jay Yard, 3 years. Sue Carter, a year. Ralph Day, a year. And Phil Tobin, 26 years. Let's have a nice round of applause. And each one of those with over 20 years pay $1 because you're show-offs. Happy news. At the end, we always give some happy news. If you could make a little donation and tell a little bit about the great things going on with you or your family, please raise your hand so you can be recognized. Andy.
And yes, I did run the New York City Marathon on Sunday, and I ran it with my son, and he tried to make me get a personal best. We came close. I died, but he still kept pulling me across the line. It was a beautiful sunny day, and it was an awesome experience.
Great, great. Rich?
Andy, were you wearing your pin?
Of course I was.
They timed him with a calendar, so I don't know how slow he was. Rich?
For those people that are vegans may not like what I got to say, but my daughter, I don't know how she got it from my wife because I'm not a deer hunter. 2 weeks ago, she shot and killed a doe on our property, 200 pounds, with a bow and arrow from her stand. This is in Hudson. And then this last Saturday, I woke up to all this commotion, and it was her jumping up and down telling her mother how she killed a 8-point buck on the same piece of property in the same stand. So in 2 weeks, you got a doe and a buck.
Wow.
400 pounds of deer meat.
That's fantastic. With one deer tag. That's tremendous. That's great. Anybody else? James.
So my daughter's at business school, just launched her website business, which I could send out, although it's waiting for the get some new design or something like that. But I'm hoping that it's a huge anyway, so hopefully that's a big new venture for us.
Fantastic. Anyone else? All right, my last word. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Gandhi. Have a great day. Here's the sign up for the Sand on the Green. December 1st. We need everybody out there. If you don't want to have a space there, go ahead and fill it out anyway, because the more the merrier. Thank you.
Wonderful. And moving along in our presentation this morning, we have a special awesome update from Leah Lafon, who's our Rotary Youth Exchange student from Saint Raphael, France. Leah?
So hi everybody.
Hi.
Bonjour. So I'm Léa Lafont, the exchange student. So I'm 18 years old at the end of the week. And so today I'm here for talk about my life in France and my Rotary Club in France. So can you change the slide, please?
Change the slide.
Yeah, just push the plus.
Couldn't get the microphone to work, and now you can't even get the PowerPoint. Another with James, really, seriously.
It's all in French.
Open it. It's open.
Thank you for that advice.
Just push the next arrow.
There we go.
You can change again. Yeah, just the map. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I live in Europe, in France. So I live in the south. Can you change the part in red? Yeah, over there. And so my town is Saint-Raphaël, so it's a little town. It's about maybe 36,000 people. So, like you probably know, the south of France is very famous for having like a perfect weather and hot temperature. So I'm literally cold here. It's okay. Yeah. Thank you. So Saint-Raphaël is like beautiful, really. So it's located at the extreme eastern of the south. So the department is called Le Var and the region is Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur. You can change. Okay, so this is my perfect house. I know now you're very jealous. So anyway, it's beautiful. You can change. So this is my high school. So now I'm graduated in science in France. So when I come back in France, I will go in my college. So it's a college of graphic arts, and it's the best school of Europe of graphic arts. So I'm super proud to be there. Yeah, in Belgium, in Brussels. Yeah. So after, that is my family. So my mother and my stepfather, and also my cousins and my aunts. So there's just girls. Like this. So for my hobbies, I love to take pictures. So that is some pictures that I took. And I play dance in competition. Then, okay. So this is my stepfather. He's the president of my Rotary Club in France. So the club is the club of Roquebrune-sur-Argent. So this club is composed of 22 members and is the youngest club of France. It was created in 2007 and this club is really active. So that is the flag of my Rotary Club in France. So this flag is distributed in 3 entities. So the first part in red is like Roquebrune-sur-Argent. So it's the municipality. So the yellow is the medieval village. And you can see the river is called Argence, which crosses the medieval village. The green represents vineyard for the wine, because it's France. And the blue represents the Mediterranean Sea. Finally, this is like some pictures of members of my Rotary Club. So this is my stepfather. And also here. So anyway, so I'm done with my presentation. It's very short, I'm sorry. But I'm here for just discover a new culture, for learn English, and just to enjoy my year here. So thank you everybody, because if I'm here it's thanks to you, really, and I'm very happy. I know I'm very lucky. So thank you Marilyn, because you're amazing, and Joy, and thank you everybody because I'm here thanks to you again. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Leah. Great job. Very interesting. And I may have to come check out your Rotary Club because your town looks just absolutely beautiful. So thank you for sharing.
I think we need to drink wine.
I think so too.
8 o'clock in the morning.
All right, we're going to be moving into our main event today. And joining us this morning is our district governor, Beverly Gens-Krasinski, and her husband, spouse, and past district governor, David Krasinski. David served as district governor in 98, 99, 20 years ago, and now Bev is doing a great job leading our district. I tell you what, your bio that you published is just absolutely perfect, and I was gonna read it this morning, but that's just not really my style. I've had a great opportunity to get to know these two individuals over the past couple years in Rotary leadership, and they go out of their way to take care of me and to make sure that our club is doing amazing. Bev looks at every club individually, not just as a whole, and she really takes pride in helping us individually. So we're really thrilled to have her here this morning, and I look forward to hearing her presentation. So if you'll stand and join me in welcoming our Rotary District 6630 Governor, Beverly Gens-Krasinski.
Thank you all very much. Don't go too far. I'm going to ask your president not to go too far away right now. I'm really delighted to be here. I've been looking forward to this particular club visit for quite some time. Before I begin my remarks, I'm particularly honored to be in attendance today for a special recognition entitled the Rotary Unsung Hero. This award was introduced for President Evan's year and is designed to pay tribute to someone whose special service to Rotary has put them in a category all of their own. Someone whose dedication and commitment to Rotary has been given without reservation, unselfishly, and seeking no credit or recognition, only wishing to make this a better world through their service. Many times this service is done quietly and behind the scenes, and for your president, though not an easy decision, there ultimately was only one choice. And I'm now going to turn the presentation over to President Evan.
What an amazing award, and we have a lot of folks that were candidates, and we were talking. I was up late at night thinking, you know, who would be the best Rotary Unsung Hero this year? And hands down, I shared with you one Rotary moment earlier this year towards the end of July, and that sticks out as my defining moment in the club here. And that Rotary Unsung Hero is Den Rich. And Den, come on up here. So that moment, let me bring you back. That moment, end of July, I come in, it's early, we're getting things set up. Den's on the ground, you know, getting the cords plugged in, this, that, and the other. And I say, hey, Den, how are you doing? And he says, well, not so great. A friend and neighbor of his, Paul Bodden, as many of you know, passed away at the end of July. And Den was at the hospital with him the night he passed, and late into the evening. He's up all night, and he's here setting up Rotary at 6:30 a.m. He's the only one in the room when I came here. And for that, along with your many years of experience, 22 years as a Rotarian, past president of the club, deeply involved in the foundation, gala committee, this, that, and the other, there's probably not a position that you haven't held in the club. So if you'll join me in welcoming Den Rich as your Rotary Unsung Hero.
Thanks so much.
I'll take this with me. Let me read what is inscribed on the certificate. Presented to Dennis W. Rich. This citation is awarded with deep appreciation in honor and recognition of your exemplary service to the Rotary Club of Hudson and its members as the 2018-2019 Rotary Unsung Hero, signed by myself as District Governor on behalf of a very grateful District 6630. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Can I make a comment, please? I take exception to the fact that he's unsung. I've been singing his praises for years.
Well, maybe I'm going to need to change that award name, don't you think? There you go.
We can take a buck for charity.
As I said, I'm delighted to be here today. I first want to congratulate past President Catherine on making a difference in the lives of so many people this past Rotary year. As some have heard me say, I believe Rotary Club presidents serve at a particular time in the life of a Rotary Club that best suits their individual leadership qualities, dedication, and commitment. And I think Evan definitely will carry this Rotary Club even further into Rotary's next century of service. He's been with me every step of the way in all the planning for this year, and he is a very, very important part of my leadership team. My selection of Evan to attend the Zones 28 and 29 Rotary Institute as an emerging leader for this district, there was no other choice for me, and I was just delighted that he could attend representing our district and this club. It has been an honor to get to know him and to serve with him during this year. He was in Toronto with us. We got in trouble in Toronto. I believe in bad girls and bad boys tables. I have one in my Rotary Club, so it's really fun to be here today. Much of the success of any district governor is directly attributed to the assistant governor team. And though Bob Oborn couldn't be here today, he sends his best regards, and it's my honor to be able to recognize District Governor nominee Pat. And I'll tell you, it's great to have you part of this leadership team, and the district will be in great hands during your year. I want to thank this club for its continued support to the Rotary District and its activities, and your contributions to the Rotary Foundation and its projects and programs and activities is very, very much appreciated. I know past President Arch Klump looks down with a great deal of pride and heartfelt appreciation. I really, really respect and have watched as a member of the Grants Committee before the projects that this club has been part of with the North Summit Cluster. Congratulations on the sustainability of the work that you do, the innovation that you take with each of the grants, and I congratulate you on all of that. And the travels these last 4 months, and I can't believe how quickly it's been going. I've seen what I already knew, is that we are a premier district in the level of dedication and commitment of our Rotarians and our families. And there really is not a day that goes by that a life is not enriched and made better by Rotary. To quote our president, Barry Rassin, Rotary was founded 113 years ago, as we know, and its role in the world and the life of its members continues to be in a state of constant evolution. In its earliest days, Rotary offered opportunities for fellowship, for friendship, for ways to connect in the community, and then service found its way into the mosaic. And because of that, our organization expanded, and so did its influence. He challenges each club president and their leadership team to inspire positive change. And for our clubs, for our communities, and the people that we serve to face today's challenges, and they are many, and I don't think we ever expected to be facing some of the things that we are in this world today. But he hopes that we can do it with courage, creativity, and optimism, like Evan is doing for this club. Rotary started paying it forward over 100 years ago, much earlier than it was fashionable. We not only joined together to serve a need, but we joined together to take care of one another. And we always, always get back more than we could ever give. That is this gift called Rotary. Our president wants the impact we have on our communities and around the world to be sustainable, and he is committed to strengthening our public image. Our websites, our Facebook pages, our Twitter continue to be very important and viable tools for sharing a message of service and communicating how people can be involved in Rotary. This club has one of the best websites in this district. I know what you're doing at any given moment. It is easy to find where you are, what you are doing, and well done, very well done. Our president, as you know, is committed to finishing and eradicating this debilitating and paralyzing disease called polio. I think this 1% that is remaining is the most difficult. We are looking at 25 new cases since January 1st, and that is 16 in Afghanistan and 9 in Pakistan. And these are war-torn countries. And it is very difficult, as you know, to stop wars, but what Rotary does to immunize its children. Evan has shared with you the initiative that we have this year for contributions to polio eradication. I won't spend a lot of time on that, but I do want to update you a little bit. The acute flaccid myelitis, the disease that we are seeing recently in our children and our babies that show muscle weakness, paralysis, breathing problems. We never ever wanted to see this again in our country. The Centers for Disease Control, and this is the most recent update that I got from Rotary International. It is not a derivative of polio, but they are continuing to go through the research to see where this is coming from so we can stop it. The inroads in the infrastructure that Rotary put into place because of polio all those years ago around this world, we have research labs, we have people on the ground, we have expertise everywhere, which is why Ebola got stopped in its tracks this last time. So that is the legacy of polio, including the eradication. So I will keep our presidents updated on any new news that I hear, because I know our moms and our dads are terrified of not knowing where this is coming from. Our president believes in our youth as this club does. We're looking at inroads for new Rotaract clubs. Your new Interact club at the Western Reserve Academy. That actually was a request that came from the General Secretary of Rotary International. He is an alumni, John Huco, and he couldn't be more delighted that it was this club that took on this initiative. So congratulations on this. I don't have to ask how Leo was here. What a wonderful presentation. You are such an incredible ambassador for your country and for Rotary, and it has been a pleasure for me to get to know you. So you are very, very special. So thank your district for sending you to us. So we have plans for 5 new Interact clubs, one of which is here. My club has never had an Interact club in its history, and I'm from the downtown club, as you know, and I'm going to get an Interact club. So that's my gift from my club this year, so I can't tell you how excited I am. There's a renewed initiative in the Youth Exchange program, and we're doing a continued outreach, because between Youth Exchange, Interact, Rotaract, without ambassadorial scholars and group study exchange, we don't have a lot of opportunities to touch the internationality of Rotary. But these programs are the future of Rotary, in my estimation, as well as the future of Rotary in North America, because these are our future Rotarians. One of the things that was very important to me was to start an initiative within each of the Rotary clubs. Rotary International has never done a very good job of keeping track of our ambassadorial scholars, group study exchange, 4-way test, speech contest, Interact, Rotaract, any of these, anyone that you have touched through the years. See if you can locate them and find out where they are and start a database within your club. See if Rotary's in their life, and if not, find out why. I think you may be surprised to find some of them in your own backyards. It's going to take a couple of years to do this, but then don't lose contact with them. It's really, really important. I want to take just a couple of minutes to share with you a little bit about your history. I find the club from its very beginning has been watchful and insightful, and most importantly, inclusive in its outreach and sharing of Rotary. Sponsored by the Rotary Club of Kent, this club was awarded its charter number 3,542 out of over 35,000 Rotary clubs today. and that was on March 26, 1930, I think as many of you know. Your charter banquet was held at the Hudson High School on April 16, 1930, and the district governor, Arthur Christie, presented the charter to your first president, former Kent member Arthur L. Walker, who represented your first initial founding members, which totaled 19. You hit the ground running after that, and you never looked back. Club members quickly got to work, and in 1931, you built a log cabin for the Boy Scouts. And if I'm not mistaken, they are still meeting in this facility to this day. That's an incredible part of your history that houses your Boy Scout Troop 321. During World War II, members of this club sent copies of the Hudson Times to the men and women serving in the armed forces. And I believe that you had received a number of communications and letters back from them letting them know how you were doing. You also had 2 members of this club who were serving in the war at that time. In 1944, the club members took an overnight boat excursion during that time to Detroit to visit the Ford Motor Company's Willow Run bomb plant. In 1946, your club records show you charged $1 for lunch, which in today it would be $12.95, and 10 cents fines, which is about $1.29 in today's economy, for not wearing your badge. So that's where the fine system started for the Rotary Club of Hudson. On January 24th, 1951, club president and Hudson School Superintendent G. Nelson died in a train collision. And tragically, 2 weeks following this tragic death, over 30 organizations came together to set up a memorial fund in his memory. In May of that year, you started contributions to a scholarship program. And as this program advanced, later the fund was renamed to honor all past Rotarians of the Rotary Club of Hudson. And I know you've contributed well over $250,000 to further the education of students. Well done. As your population increased in the 60s, the club instituted a juried art show, which probably was a precursor to the art on the green in some ways, is what I'm thinking. In 72-73, club president Charles Heflin mobilized club members to help repair the vandalized faces on the clock tower. And in 76, club member Richard Dare, a local architect, designed Hudson's classic bandstand on the green, where you sponsored summer concerts for the families in this community. In honor of Rotary International's 75th anniversary, this club contributed to the Rotary Foundation's Health, Hunger, and Humanitarian program. And also in 1980, club president Lyle Poley launched the Rotary Rose Sale to help fund your scholarship programs, which you were talking about today. Lyle also led the club's initiative to contribute to Polio Plus, which this club surpassed. You pledged $30,000 at that time under Lyle, and you actually raised $45,000, which is an incredible amount of money at that time. Lyle had decades and decades of perfect attendance. David knew him as district governor, and I was blessed to have gotten to know him when I first moved here from Chicago. He served with incredible honor and distinction representing this club in 1982-1983 as District 663 governor. You held your first auction in May of '94, and it continues to be a significant fundraiser and one of the signature events of this district. I noted the date of May 17th, 2019. It is on my calendar, and that will be your 35th annual gala. Through the years, you funded the Hudson Library, Historical Society, EMS, Special Olympics, Hospice Visiting Nurse Service, Hattie Laurel Foundation, which my club embraces, Gift of Life of Northeast Ohio, which is very near and dear to my heart. And in 2011, your international service included helping to build water wells in Zambia. Meetings were held on Mondays at noon in the beginning at Tony's Restaurant, and then moved to Tuesdays at the Stouffer's Westgate Restaurant. You had the foresight to organize your own foundation in 1997, the Hudson Rotary Foundation Incorporated, and your generosity to those you serve is a testament to who and what you are today. In addition to what I've already mentioned, Santa on the Green that you're talking about, Memorial Day parades, Bob Bikes, Career Awareness Day, Salvation Army Red Kettle, the Hudson High School Service Learning Class, I find that one very interesting. Fortuitous Speech Contest, of course, the Food Bank, Inky's Writing Journal, Taste of Hudson, and I looked at some of your holiday choir concerts, and I know you've got another one coming up this year. You have an incredibly active cadre of past presidents that's important to the health of any club. You extended your hand in support of Rotary membership extension when you sponsored the Rotary Club of Hudson Clock Tower in 2002 to offer a Rotary alternative meeting time and location. No avenue of service has remained untouched by this club. I know I haven't listed everything, but I just got tired reading of all the different projects that you have been involved in through the years. And one of the most important strengths of this club is the family of Rotary, which has always been a very, very important part of your mosaic. I think as you reflect on your service sometimes, I wonder if you really understand or truly realize the hundreds of thousands of lives that you have touched, enriched, and sometimes even saved. I think you can continue today, as your founders can attest, measured and insightful in your approach to their mission, putting your passion for service into practice with the right amount of foresight. We know we're at an important crossroads relative to membership. I have some information to share with President Evan today. I promised the presidents the hows and not the whats and the whys. We already know what we need. We already know where direction we need to go in, and that is my commitment. So I have some information to share with Evan today. A Rotarian who joins the Rotary Club of Hudson can easily find their own Rotary defining moment, and Evan touched on that. I'm going to share quickly two of mine that occurred in my year, long before I was a Rotarian, that actually shaped me as a person. As you know, my father was a Rotarian, and I also worked for Rotary International and their international conventions. And in 1981, at the convention in Sao Paulo, Brazil, the keynote speaker was Mother Teresa. And I was as close to her as I am to you. We had to build a platform that was really this high for her to be able to speak over the podium. And I have to tell you that my life was changed forever to be in the presence of somebody who had totally committed their life to service. And it made me who I am today in many ways. Another time when I was doing international visits for site inspections for the conventions, we were in Europe at one point, and the Rotary Club of Brussels always starts their meetings with a thank you and a toast to the United States of America. And that is because we entered the war. We ultimately preserved their freedom, and they are appreciative, as so many countries are in Europe, of the lives that were given to ensure that they are free today. Don't ever think for a minute that that is not appreciated. And I saw it time and time again in the countries and in the Rotary clubs that I visited. And the last one I'll share with you is when I was working at headquarters in Evanston. We got a fax from the Rotarians in Iran, and they said, cease and desist, do not contact us anymore, stop our magazine subscriptions, you put our lives at risk, we're going underground. They've been underground ever since. When freedom once again enters that country, I think those Rotarians will rear their heads and let you know all the service that they have done through the years. What Rotary means here in the United States, many times there really is no one else to do it. I believe in our local foundations and the work that we're doing in our local communities. I support our international projects, but I also know that if we didn't do what we do locally, there's no one else to do it. I hope that each of you have had your own Rotary defining moment, and more than one, because that's how we share the message of Rotary and why we continue to be involved the way that we are. You have at your fingertips in this club a cadre of dedicated and committed volunteers and who work harder than most. You have the expertise to mentor and guide anybody who walks through your door, no matter what age they are, whether it's fundraising, it's learning to speak in front of a group, running a committee. You have so much to share. Just remember one thing that's really important. We're not here today because of Rotary International or the zone or the district. We're here because of one person, and that was Paul Harris, who had a vision. And he was followed by tens of thousands of people after him who had the same type of a vision to make this a better world. You may not remember the name of a past district governor, certainly, and you may not remember the name of your Rotary Club president from many years ago or a Rotary International president, but you will always, always remember the person who invited you to join this club and put the pin on your lapel. One person can really make a difference, but together with the power and the influence of this family of Rotary, we can and we do change the world. President Evan knows that I stand here to support you, but I also know how to get out of the way. I congratulate you on all that you have accomplished, but most importantly, I wish you much luck in all that you have ahead of you. Congratulations, Rotary Club of Hudson. Thank you all very much.
Wow, that was quite impressive. Early this morning, I sit down and I had a Rotary of Hudson history book that I'm happy to share with any of you that my dad gave me. And I start talking with Bev, and I think to myself, wow, she knows a whole lot about our club, more than probably a lot of us in this room. So that's really awesome that you've taken the time to really get to know us and support us. Thank you very much, Bev. As we conclude, one thing that I picked up on pretty hard this morning was our Rotary anniversaries. We had a whole laundry list of Rotary anniversaries. I don't know what it is about November, but Rich, I guess we got some work to do to get some new members in for the November slot. And as we heard, the Rotary defining moment, let's put ourselves in a little scenario real quick here. You're sitting with somebody and they say, hey, what is Rotary? Well, you know, we meet on Wednesday mornings and we have breakfast and we listen to speakers. That's okay, right? Well, but let's say you flip that a little bit. Well, you know, 20 years ago, I had the opportunity to sit 10 feet away from Mother Teresa and hear her message, and you know, that impact changed my world, and I look forward to changing the world with Rotary. You know, sharing those moments, that's what's awesome. Coming to breakfast is great, the food's whatever, but you know, those moments are what really get people. So thank you for sharing that. Continue to share that with your friends and family. We're going to hear more from membership later in the month, and we're going to kick things off and try to get some new members here. Are there any other announcements for the good of the club? Perfect. Somebody's got to keep me on my toes, right? All right, to draw the winning ticket, I think that we're going to have David. He's over there hanging out. You know, he's ready to do something this morning. Winning ticket is 7832. 7832. Mike Swain, wonderful. Payout $11, jackpot $155. Not today.
Okay. Put it back in. No, thank you for that. See you again.
Thank you to our guests that are joining us. Again, Pat Myers back there. She's in line to do a lot of good work with the district. Scott Naples back there, guest of Bill Benoit. Welcome. I hope you had a great time this morning. This is actually Scott's second meeting. He kind of slips in, you know, right after the secretary eats breakfast. So we'll get you announced. Oh, and last, we have a birthday package for Leah to end things off. So we'll give that to Leah. We'll get you on your way. Have a great week and be the inspiration.
Thank you.